Welcome to Car Craze. Today, we're driving into the future by taking a closer look at a car that once defined post-war simplicity and is now redefining minimalism for the modern age. Say hello to the 2026 Citroën 2CV. Yes, it's back, and not in the way you might expect. For decades, the 2CV stood as a symbol of utility, charm, and French ingenuity. Born in 1948, the original 2CV was designed to carry 4 people and a basket of eggs across a plowed field without breaking a single one. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't fast, but it became iconic. Over 5 million units were sold, and the 2CV became not just a car, but a cultural artifact. Fast forward to 2026, and Citroën has revived this legend, and not to chase nostalgia, but to make a statement about how cars should work in an increasingly electrified, urban world. So what exactly is the 2026 2CV? Imagine the soul of the original, but reinterpreted for a world facing traffic congestion, rising emissions concerns, and a shift toward micromobility. The new 2CV is fully electric. It's built on a modified version of the Stellantis STLA small platform, the same architecture that underpins several of Citroën's and Peugeot's compact Fs. But while the underpinnings are modern, the design speaks a different language, one that's bold, playful, and unmistakably 2CV. From the moment you see it, there's no mistaking the lineage. The high, rounded fenders, the canvas-style rollback roof, the flat body panels, and even the quirky single-spoke steering wheel, everything feels like a love letter to the past. But the 2026 version dials it all into the future. The LED headlights echo the bug-eye look of the original, but now integrate adaptive lighting technology. The canvas roof is motorized and solar integrated, offering both open-air driving and trickle charging capability. And the body? It's made from 70% recycled composite materials, keeping things light, durable, and environmentally friendly. Under the hood, or more accurately, under the floor, you'll find a 42 kWh battery pack that's good for around 280 kilometers, or 174 miles, of real-world driving. Not game-changing, but more than enough for city use and weekend getaways, which is exactly what the new 2CV is built for. It's powered by a single electric motor producing 81 horsepower and 160 newton-meters of torque. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour happens in just under 10 seconds. Again, this isn't about speed, it's about efficiency, ease, and accessibility. And accessibility is where this car really shines. Priced starting at just under a negation 22,000 in Europe, the 2CV is one of the most affordable Fs on the market. Citroën is targeting first-time buyers, urban dwellers, and even fleet operators looking for practical, low-cost electric transport. There's even a cargo variant coming in late 2026 aimed at small businesses and last-mile delivery services. Inside, the cabin is brilliantly simple. Don't expect screens everywhere. In fact, Citroën has gone the opposite route. There's a single, minimalist digital cluster ahead of the driver and a dedicated smartphone dock that pairs with an app-based infotainment system. The air vents are simple sliders. The dashboard is constructed from recycled cork and woven hemp. There are physical switches for essentials, and that's it. No overcomplication. No distractions. Just driving. And speaking of driving, how does it feel on the road? In a word, joyful. The new 2CV isn't about dominating the left lane or carving up a back road. It's about relaxing behind the wheel. The suspension is a modern take on the legendary soft as a cloud setup of the original. Citroën calls it Progressive Hydraulic Cushions 2.0. And it absorbs urban bumps and potholes with grace. It floats over rough pavement with a soft, pliant character that's increasingly rare in today's overdamped world. Steering is light, visibility is excellent, and the tight turning circle makes it perfect for tight city spaces. But the best part? It's fun. There's something inherently enjoyable about driving a car that isn't trying to prove anything. The new 2CV invites smilers, and not just from the driver, but from everyone who sees it. People point, they wave, they ask questions. It creates a kind of community wherever it goes. And in a time when many EVs feel sterile or overly tech-heavy, the 2CV's warmth and personality are a breath of fresh air. Safety hasn't been ignored either. The new model includes autonomous emergency braking, lane keeping assist, a rear view camera, and a speed limiter. That's about it. No overbearing driver aids or constant chimers, just the essentials to keep you safe without getting in your way. One of the most interesting things Citroën has done with the 2026 2CV is rethink ownership. In select markets, it's being offered through a monthly subscription model that includes insurance, maintenance, and even battery replacement guarantees. It's part of Citroën's strategy to remove barriers to EV adoption and simplify the car ownership experience. This new model of mobility is flexible, affordable, and low commitment. It could be a game changer for people who've never owned a car before or simply don't want the hassle anymore. Customization also plays a huge role in the 2CV experience. There are 12 available exterior colors, including heritage-inspired hues like duck egg blue and sunshine yellow. Roof options, door skins, and interior panels can be swapped out at service centers, allowing owners to change the look of their car as easily as changing a phone case. Citroën wants this to be a car that people make their own. So where does the 2026 Citroën 2CV fit in today's world of 1,000 horsepower EVs? Giant touch screens, and AI-assisted everything? It's not trying to compete. It's carving out a different path, a return to simplicity, a celebration of smallness, and a challenge to our obsession with more. More features, more complexity, more stress. The 2CV reminds us that sometimes, less is exactly what we need. Of course, it won't be for everyone. If you're looking for blistering acceleration, a 500-mile range, or a dashboard that can launch a spaceship, look elsewhere. But if you want a car that makes you smile every time you drive it, that fits into your life instead of taking it over, and that helps redefine what sustainable mobility really means, then the 2CV might be exactly what you're looking for. It's not just a retro reboot, it's a design philosophy reborn. The 2026 Citroën 2CV doesn't just take us back to where we came from, it points us forward to where we might go next. And as we drive into that future, it's good to know there's still room for something simple, honest, and unexpectedly delightful. That's all for today's review. If you're as excited about this quirky EV as we are, hit that like button, leave a comment with your favorite classic car reborn, and don't forget to subscribe to Car Craze for more deep dives into the cars shaping our tomorrow. Thanks for watching.